Welcome to the special episode of Emerging Jharkhand, the state synonymous for its panoramic natural beauty and its rich mineral resources. The industrial pioneer Jamshedji Tata set the momentum for growth and development in Jharkhand. The government aided to accomplish this vision in 1907. Ever since, Jharkhand has reinvented itself as a smart city with the government focusing on social welfare.
See, Jharkhand has reached an inflection point, and Jharkhand today I think is the most investment ready state. We have worked towards policies, we have very good policies, they are flexible policies, we appreciate the feedback of the stakeholders. We have done tremendous work in labour reforms, we are the mineral capital of India. We have very good human resources, very good educational institutions, and above all, we have opportunities in almost all the sectors, be it food processing, textile, leather, mines and mineral, automobiles. So, I think Jharkhand is the most investment ready state today, and this is what we have conveyed to the investors. We had a very successful Global Investors Summit, which was very well attended. We inked 210 MOUs. So, I think there is a tremendous buzz about Jharkhand, very positive buzz about Jharkhand, and there is a confidence among investors.
Jharkhand is also popularly known as Vananchal, meaning the wooded area. More than 1/4 of land is forested expanse. The government's mission of investing in sectors like global housing, healthcare and education has helped in creating Momentum Jharkhand.
Mines and mineral based industries, and as you know, Jharkhand holds 40% of the mines and mineral resources of the country, can give lot of employment. It can also create lot of value addition and can actually make the dream of Make in India successful.
The state is at the forefront of growth and houses several industries. The government's vision for Jharkhand is global, and hence it wants to develop sectors like agriculture, power and food processing, which will in turn have a positive impact on its people.
Still, 74% of people are living in the rural area, with more than 60% people based in agriculture. So this becomes the template for future growth. We need to leverage on the minerals we have. If you are going to make difference in the lives of ordinary common citizens of the state, then agriculture based development must take place. So let's look at the broader things, what all the state is doing. State is leveraging on steel production, coal production. So we are looking at power generation. Jharkhand can become the power hub for the country, and the Chief Minister is of the view that this is one way to go in future. We should be in a position to supply thermal electricity to everyone, and not only thermal, but we are also looking at solar. That's one. Because of steel, there are down the line you can have all kinds of industry, and Jharkhand's traditional advantages, we've had Adityapur industrial area where you have been. It's one of the largest automotive hub in the country. Telco's presence in Jamshedpur has led to that. So we need to leverage on that also. So, and also steel production, food processing. And I'm happy to say that just some time back, Safal has set up a big plant for peas and for tomatoes. But this needs to be replicated on a much larger scale. So we need to come with food processing, dairy, fishery, and goatery and production of meat. All these things are extremely important for the state because they impact the lives of ordinary people.
Due to its geographical location, the state is home to the Chota Nagpur Plateau, the rich mineral belt in India. The state produces large amounts of copper, cyanide and iron. Jharkhand also produces the bulk of coal for India, making it the most viable industrial and economic belt.
Jharkhand in eastern part of India
typically is known for its mineral resources, its forest cover. 43% of Jharkhand is forest cover, the greenest state in this in the country. Having said that, the conventional mineral based operations have a huge potential out here, but little do people realize that you also have a huge potential, for example, for textile operations out here, for food processing industry out here, for upcoming industries like IT and ITES, because limited population but educated population with very high degree of commitment towards excellence. So you have a variety of such possibilities which can be brought into Jharkhand for an excellent business point of view.
The natural resources in this state is so high that there is potential for overall industry growth for decades to come. We had our own business plan and forecast where we realized all these things, and if you look at the urban to rural situation in the state, there is potential for a lot of growth overall, be it real estate, infrastructure, and that motivated us to have a plant here.
Being an underdeveloped state, any sector you go for a pharma, construction, infra, you have tremendous potential. If you talk specially about our dairy sector, this also has got tremendous potential.
The state has vastly contributed to the growth in GSDP from 33% in 2004-2005 to 49% in 2015-16. Besides the advancement of industries, the state's service sector too has developed. The new policies have helped in converting the Make in India dream into a reality.
So we've been working towards this momentum. First of all, for investment, it's very important to have good policies, reforms, and to prepare the departments and the sectors to be investment ready. So we worked towards this, and the culmination was the Global Investors Summit. In each sector, we've been working to find projects that are investment ready. For investment, you also need land. So we prepared a land bank. We also have a shelf of ready to invest projects in almost all the sectors, and those projects we have shared with the potential investors.
In order to attract investments, the state government has developed the infrastructure of Jharkhand by launching projects such as knowledge parks, special economic zones, internet connectivity, and railroad network, to name a few. Sustainable development is the new mantra for the state given its ecological cover. The government also promotes ease of doing business through initiatives such as single window clearance system, simplified operations, and reduced timelines through online facilities.
Ease of doing business basically conveys that all the policy framework, all the administrative structure is already there so as to facilitate investment.
Jharkhand actually jumped from 27th position to number 3 position in ease of doing business, and that is more precisely because the government took a lot of initiative to do the process reform, governance reforms, the way business interacts with the government, the single window clearance act it passed, and lot of timelines which were decided for providing services to the citizens and the businesses in form of Right to Service Act. So these have changed the dynamics by which the convenience for the business has increased a lot while interacting with the government.
The government of Jharkhand has conceived an investment and promotion policy which aims to establish state-of-the-art infrastructure, promote manufacturing, enhance inclusivity, foster innovation, and create employment opportunities across sectors.
One thing which really stands out for me in Jharkhand is the accessibility of the bureaucracy, the speed of response from the bureaucracy. To me, both of these are exceptionally important, and you're able to access various levels of the bureaucracy, starting from the highest level to the lowest levels. They are very amenable because they seriously look at a need to change the environment, and therefore they appear to be extremely committed.
See, Jharkhand is a developing state. See, in the last 1 decade after the separation from Bihar, the state has been developed very fast. And since last 2 years after this new government, they have much plans here. They have formulated lots of policies for the industrial development.
Perched in the east of India, Jharkhand is widely connected by road, rail and air. The central government has also planned on developing an eastern dedicated freight corridor which will further increase connectivity with West Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Haryana, Punjab and Rajasthan, consequently attracting industrial development in the state.
Road connectivity has been improved dramatically. A lot of projects have been taken. Some of the highway, expressway projects have been taken. Rail connectivity has been increased. We have taken some of the connectivity which will connect to remote areas and also all mineral producing area, which will actually reduce the cost of mineral extraction and also the cost of setting up industry, because transportation cost goes down.
Another pioneering project augmented by the central government is the development of waterways under the Jal Marg Vikas project, which will connect Varanasi to Haldia via the river Ganga.
And the biggest advantage which government has got, and it has taken this effort with the help of Government of India, is that we are increasing the water connectivity. The first multimodal inland waterways port at Sahibganj is coming up in Jharkhand, in Sahibganj, on river Ganga. It will be the first national waterways multimodal project, and this will connect whole Jharkhand to northeast, and through northeast it will connect to ASEAN countries. So this state which is actually landlocked because there is no port, but it will get connected to all port through these waterways.
We'll be right back after this short break, bringing you more on emerging Jharkhand. So stay tuned. Welcome back to this special episode of Emerging Jharkhand. The state was put on the map in 1907 when Jamshedji Tata established the company Tata Iron and Steel. It was the largest steel plant during the British Raj, and the state is now a major industrial hub, creating employment for a large part of its population.
If you look at Tatas, you could actually say that in many ways, Make in India started in Jharkhand more than 110 years ago, when our founder actually located this place to set up a steel plant. And the steel plant was set up, and in the early days, it actually exported steel out from here to the rest of the world. So in many ways, Make in India started in Jharkhand, in Jamshedpur, more than 100 years ago.
Besides housing the largest steel industry in the world, the state is also home to other major industries such as thermal power, cement, coal and automobiles. Adityapur is the automobile hub of Jharkhand and a sister city to Jamshedpur. It is one of the largest industrial belts in Asia. Some of the country's best automobile units for bodybuilding and tire retreading are located here.
Large industrial houses like Tata Steel, Tata Motors, based on that also one can establish their industry catering to their requirement. Like us, we are making parts for Tata Motor and supplying it to them. It is in Adityapur, it is a very big industrial area. It is one of the largest industrial area in Asia. Okay, there are 1100 units established in Adityapur industrial area, and most of the industries are either steel based or auto component based.
some of the most established names in the automotive industry are headquartered in Jharkhand. Jost India Auto Components is the latest addition to the ever-growing commercial vehicle market in the state. Looking at the rapid growth in this sector, Jost India has made a large investment in the automobile industry.
We invested about 120 crores in this site way back in 2005 when we made a decision to enter. We would like to consolidate our investments basically because the market is yet to grow to the potential what we saw. But with the government's focus on Make in Jharkhand and the beautiful alignment between the center and state gives a huge potential for this region to develop.
Since the state caters to a gamut of businesses, a need arose to set up the Adityapur Industrial Area Development Authority. This body specifically caters to the needs of its thriving industries and tries to achieve excellence for its customers.
देखिए आदित्यपुर औद्योगिक क्षेत्र में हमारा एक मातृ संगठन अगर है बोर्ड जो है वो आइडा आदित्यपुर इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी तो आदित्यपुर के उद्योगों को बढ़ाने में आइडा का महत्वपूर्ण रोल रहा है और सरकार की भी अभी विगत पिछले नई सरकार आई है केंद्र में भी नई सरकार बनने के पश्चात जो नियमों में परिवर्तन हुआ है उसका लाभ उद्योग को मिला है अभी झारखंड सरकार को ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस के तहत पूरे देश में तीसरा स्थान मिला तो उसमें कहीं ना कहीं आदित्यपुर औद्योगिक क्षेत्र की भी देन है
Momentum Jharkhand has boosted the confidence of several investors within India. The SR Group has committed to invest 10,000 crores in a power plant at Latehar district. Besides power, they have also heavily invested in the development of a coal mine in Tosikud.
Well, SR Group is being one of the top 5 conglomerates in India. And in fact, almost a decade back, we have started our business in Jharkhand state. And now we feel really the momentum has picked up with the great initiative that has been taken up by the current Chief Minister, Shri Raghuvar Das ji. And the state is really poised now with a lot of commitment from the government in all sectors. Especially we are into power sector, mining sector and BPO sector. These are the 3 businesses currently we are operating in Jharkhand state.
Indian Steel and Wire Products Limited is one of the first wire drawing plants in India, which was established in 1920 by a German technocrat. The company was recently acquired by Tata Steel in 2003.
ISWP is planning to grow in the field of wires and wire products. So shortly we will be establishing a binding wire project, barbed wire, chain link, etc. So we have reasonably good growth plans for the next 3 years.
Jharkhand is an agriculturally rich state with about half its population engaged in farming. In order to enhance the livelihood of the farmers, the government has framed policies to advance the food processing sector.
Government has formulated lots of policies there. Regarding food processing, the policy of Jharkhand government is very fantastic policies there. They are supporting the industries a lot. They are giving the subsidy somewhere around 35 to 45% to the food processing industries.
The Baba Food Processing Plant was established in 2015. It manufactures flour products from wheat and rice. Jharkhand has viable climatic conditions for the food processing industries to flourish. Baba Food Processing Company is one that has ventured into the rice milling industry.
So our group is in rice and atta at present. We are the leader in rice in the eastern zone, and our atta plant is one of its kind, one of its type, which is first time in the eastern zone this type of plant has been established. So we are growing day by day, and in the rice we have our capacity has already been exhausted. We do not have any spare capacity right now. That's why we have taken one plant on the lease also. And in case of atta, very soon we think our capacity will be exhausted there also. So in the near future, say within a year or 2, we are going for the expansion in atta also for the 150 tons capacity per day, and maybe in sooner time we will go for the expansion in the rice also. There is a huge scope there in the food processing, and we are planning.
Unlike agriculture, which is seasonal, dairy farming provides income for farmers throughout the year. Hence, the Jharkhand government has introduced policies favouring this industry.
So we made a very modest beginning. We started with a dairy farm and we reached till I think 125 cattle or so. Then we wanted to scale up. So we thought of setting up a processing plant. We applied for industrial land. We raised money. We have VC money into this company. We have FTI in the company. And May 15 was the time when we launched our product Awesome in processed milk and milk products.
Awesome is one such dairy farm initiated by a team of young and energetic professionals. Avishkar Venture Trustees Private Limited is one of the investors in Awesome. Their mantra has always been conscious capitalism, which directly impacts its people. Due to this very thought, Awesome has been able to build itself a brand and expand to other areas in the state.
Our present running plant is in Patratu in Ramgarh district. It's in the Patratu industrial area. The next plant is coming in Chandel. It's very near to Jamshedpur, some 20 kilometers from Jamshedpur.
Mother Dairy has ventured into the fruit and vegetable sector by opening a 25,000-ton processing plant in Ranchi. This would be a first of its kind effort in the eastern part of the country. This venture initiated by the company will strive to improve the economic stability and social welfare of its farmers.
If you look at Jharkhand, it has two very big advantages. Number one, the agroclimatic zone is almost a round the year production, specifically in and around Ranchi as an area. Plus, if you look at the current agriculture practices, it is by default a very low input driven system. What do I mean by that? Basically, the agriculture practices are such that it is not very high on inputs, whether it is pesticides or fertilizers. So, therefore, the basic produce which is coming out of the farmers there is actually of a very high quality from a produce point of view.
Jharkhand's domestic tourism was recorded at $93 billion in 2015 and is envisaged at $156 billion by 2024. Due to its geographical location, it is surrounded in natural beauty such as the Betla National Park, home to the tiger and elephant reserve of our country, and resplendent waterfalls. The government has augmented growth in this sector for religious, tribal and heritage tourism as well.
We have huge tourism potential, big water bodies. Jharkhand is one of the states which gets very high rainfall. So these are the natural strength which Jharkhand has. Based on these natural strength, there are huge potential areas which can be developed and leveraged to make the life of people much better.
Hospitality is an untapped enterprise in Jharkhand. In order to boost this sector, the government has envisioned plans such as water sports, wildlife and adventure tourism.
Like the government, this government, they have been trying very hard to develop tourism in Jharkhand. They have recently they have had so many fairs and all, especially during Sawan. We have Sawan Mela, so targeting Devghar area, and they are trying very hard to develop tourism in Jharkhand.
In order to develop the state, the government has set into motion Momentum Jharkhand, where they have formed business-friendly policies to strengthen investor confidence through ease of doing business, development of food processing plants, tourism, and taking advantage of its agro-climatic conditions to uplift the state and its people. In a first of its kind, Momentum Jharkhand created a buzz amongst both foreign and Indian investors, attracting investment proposals worth 3 lakh crore. This is merely the tip of the iceberg in shaping the Make in India dream into a reality.